3, 2, 1. Welcome to the 225 podcast with your host, Noah Ray,
Woo-hoo.
Andrew Cargill, and me, Matthew Alvazadi. I'll take it. We're here, and yeah, I don't know. So,
we've been super busy.
Life
we're
is
still
kicking
grinding
us.
these out. Still grinding them out, but me and Matthew have a lot of classes. Drew has a few classes online. Training's been pretty good. 3.5 weeks out, feeling good. Actually, I feel really fatigued right now. Taking a bit of a deload day today. Pray for Becky. She's having a surgery today. Now that that's public information, I don't mind saying that on the podcast. She hurt her back pretty bad. So we're definitely praying for her, keeping her in our thoughts, all that stuff. So everything will be good. Can't wait to hear back from her. So yeah, I'm just running like a squat single or double today. Super low RPE, just chilling. Getting ready for July.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
fun.
exciting.
Yeah, we're all driving down. I may be flying, not sure yet. But yeah,
If you guys are there, come see us. Come say hi. Woo,
this is our address.
fan base. Whoa. In the Airbnb.
But actually, though, we will be, if anyone there, I mean, it's summer break. There could be people in Orlando. The USA Fit Games is happening. That's where I'm competing at. And it's like a whole convention center. It's a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of booths there. So even if you don't come to like watch the competition, if you need something to do on a random Saturday, it'll be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of big booths there, a lot of really well-known companies.
First form.
Yeah, there's going to be IFBB Pro Bodybuilding Show, powerlifting meet. Like there's like sumo wrestling, MMA.
I'm going for sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
There's jiu-jitsu.
I think so, actually.
think
But
there
there's going to be like every sport in that realm, the fighting, lifting type stuff is going to be there. So yeah, if you happen to be in Orlando and July 1st, especially since it's the holidays, if you're going home and live in Orlando, feel free to come on down. There's going to be a lot of Kennesaw people there. So yeah, be fun. But that's why we're so busy, trying to prepare for that. And yeah, training's been going good. I haven't trained since we filmed last. Actually, I did have an SBD day, and it was brutal. But
When do you have SBD?
on Tuesday.
Have I trained? I trained on Tuesday after the pod.
And
it's
SBD
just like,
day has moved bad. It's brutal. I'm just so fatigued right now. Been hitting a lot of PRs recently, so my body's just... But I'm hoping I peak really well. I know Becky doesn't really have, like, testing days, so we'll see if I can get another squat single up pretty high, whether that's this Saturday or next Saturday, and then slowly start to ramp down and peak properly. And, yeah, trying to stay dialed. My nutrition, probably at 90% right now. Have a cheat meal like once or twice a week or whatever, but who cares? Six pack
Or
a little snacky snack.
Or a little snack.
But yeah, we bought like probably 15 pounds of turkey burgers in our freezer.
mm-hmm.
Shout out Costco. If y'all go to Costco and find their turkey burgers, 90-10 organic, like grass-fed burgers, they're like $2.60 a pound, and they're so good. We've been eating them
Breakfast,
probably
lunch,
like
and dinner.
yeah, like at least 3 to 5 a day, each of us. So yeah, definitely go there, get those. They're really good, really anabolic. But
Anabolic.
I don't know about y'all, but my head, bro.
Is your head
it's
bugging you?
throbbing.
I have been up since 7:30 and my head's been hurting since I woke up.
Cool.
A little quick thing, even though you bought this,
I was up at 7.
this is the first time we have brought a drink back on the podcast
Like the same brand?
that isn't Ghost.
Like the same brand bringing it back?
But those are like, this is a random brand that we happened to pick
Oh, that we like.
Yeah.
that we thought was good enough to bring back on the show.
So I think it was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah. Two
Something
drinks
like
ago,
that.
3 episodes
Yeah.
ago.
It was Ashoc, and it was so this is Ashoc Energy Tropical Punch.
I'm more excited for this one than the orange.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
it was
Oh,
the
give me
orange
the
one was
dented
really
one.
good.
Yeah, you should
Oh,
take
is
the
it?
dented one.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
just
take the
kidding. I don't
dented one.
care.
But so I saw
He does
this
care.
from Chris Cho, who
I thought you were about to say Chris Chode. I was like, what a last name. That's
Wait,
crazy.
we missed such a good joke last episode.
I try not to make terrible jokes all the time, so some of them I don't say, but I will say some.
So Chris Cho.
Anyways, Chris Cho, I think he rated this like an 8.6. So, if it's better than the orange one, I could see that being possible.
I don't even remember what I rated
I'm
orange.
pretty sure orange. We rated
Orange
pretty
is
high.
really good.
Like I think we put that in the 8s
Yeah,
or
it was
high
good.
7s.
It was good. All right. Well,
All right,
Oh
sniff.
no, I don't like that.
The sniff. All right, just clear your head. Clear your head.
I need ammonia.
this was not worth waiting all morning for.
That
What
doesn't
is
taste
that?
like.
That's coconut.
Yes,
getting straight coconut.
I'm getting tiger's blood.
No.
Yep, that's
You
exactly
get
what I was
coconut?
Yep,
I'm getting coconut. In my
yep, tiger's blood.
I can see tiger's blood. I hate that flavor.
Well, that's
worst
coconut.
flavor ever made.
That's a coconut thing.
It's definitely coconut.
Oh, there it is.
Not what I expected from
Oh,
tropical punch.
that's
I was
tiger
expecting
blood.
a type of fruit punch, not
I
coconut.
was too.
So they blue balled us once again.
Yeah, Mr. Chode, this is not very good.
Like this is bad.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, I'm not gonna say it's
orange one
bad.
was better.
Orange one was
See,
probably
I-
better.
I really like coconut, but tiger's blood, like cherry coconut's never that good. I'll drink it. I like coconut a lot,
Yeah,
but I wish this was I was expecting like a fruit punch.
Yeah.
I want like
That's
a
what I
fruity,
thought.
tooty little booty fruit punch.
Yeah.
because what's the coconut and what's the drink that I'm thinking of? That
Pina colada.
is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah,
It's a coconut.
it almost. If someone told me that,
Are getting down in the rain.
Anyway, thank you for what.
That's all right.
Little sidebar.
Drew, you really kind of like so.
Yeah, you were
yeah,
like,
well,
you're like Kevin Chode said this was the best drink ever made.
Chris Cho.
Kevin,
Where the world did that come from?
I don't know.
Papa.
I'm a little upset, Chris. I'm a little upset. 8.6 is
That's high.
that's really high. Like I'm not upset.
That's whatever.
They can't keep us apart.
They can't. Me and Matthew have this little thing where, so obviously we all live together, but me and Matthew share the back end of this apartment.
It's like the annex.
And it's like we all have, like, me and him go to bed at relatively the same time, wake up. Like, we go to bed and wake up within, like, an hour of each other most mornings. We just have very similar routines. And we find ourselves acting almost like we're twins. To
Yeah.
where, like, we say the same things at the same time, like, at complete random. Like, we've been in here before and just started singing a random song that we both happen to like completely randomly at, like, the split moment same time.
Yeah.
And, like, I think it was Cupid.
It was
And we just,
Cupid,
like,
my
happened to
50-50.
randomly just, like,
And then, like, the other day we were both like, you know what would be good right now?
and we
Pasta.
both said pasta.
We both wanted pasta at the same time. It's just
so
like,
weird.
it's so weird.
Because we eat very similar.
We do.
Like a lot of it's just weird. So yeah, every time we now say something, we think it's funny.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the backstory of that.
Yeah.
That's cute, guys.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Drew, like, goes to bed 7 hours between us. He eats, like, 8 hours after us.
Yeah. Pretty much.
This is upsetting.
Yeah, 2 swings and misses in a row.
I feel like we didn't even swing with the bubblegum pink one.
That was going to be a strikeout either
But
way.
I feel like this was just like, I
really had my hopes
the
up.
orange one was.
I'm
pretty
running to
gas.
first base. I'm sliding. Guy hits me before I touch the base.
He hits you before you slide.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this was.
No, he hits me with the ball.
Yeah. He just. When I
That's what
was
hit me.
young, I used to think they could just throw the balls at people because I mixed up like dodgeball and baseball.
Oh.
So I thought like 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Oh
Yikes.
That's why I played soccer.
Okay. Did you like it? Like, are you...
This isn't
not
the
let-
worst thing I've had.
Yeah,
Bubblegum was-
it's not the
bubblegum,
worst.
way worse.
Not the worst. And,
I
like,
mean-
Tiger's Blood is good. Like, I had Rise Tiger's Blood pre-workout. This tastes super similar.
I got
like,
my sister that.
Yeah.
And that's the meat.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's definitely drinkable, but I do like other flavors more. I'm not gonna buy that again.
If you know, you know. Tiger's Blood is my least favorite flavor.
I don't think either of us knew that.
No, it's like I think one person might know. So
Okay, well,
two people.
shout out to Billy Bob Joe, I guess.
Who? Your mom?
Lucas.
Okay.
Winter?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I love Lucas more,
What?
but my childhood Lucas.
Oh.
He knows why. He gets it.
Oh.
I'm giving this like a 5-7.
So your height?
Huh?
Yo! Stefan 5'4", 4'6" allegations.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is a 6'3" for me. No. You giving it 5'7"?
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to take a moment here.
Take a second. Get yourself together.
Yeah.
5 is an average drink that I will drink again.
Yeah.
If it is above a 5, I would buy that drink again.
Oh, no.
Not buy,
two
not
different
buy.
things.
I was about
Two
to
Wait,
different
hold on.
things.
Not buy, not buy.
Drinking
not buy.
it for free and buying
Stop,
it's
stop.
different.
Yeah.
I will drink that drink again.
We both were like,
I was like, all right.
I misspoke.
Because I'm not buying this again.
Above a 7, I will buy it again.
Okay.
Below a 5, if it's a 4, I might drink it for free. But if it's below a 4,
That's got to be the only
I'm
thing
not
there.
drinking it. Yeah, if it's a 4, it's the only thing there. Okay, so with that said, 5, I'll drink it again. 7, I'll buy it again. 8, 9, it's like stocked in the house.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll post a picture.
4, I might drink it if it's all that's there and I'm desperate.
Just
Below a
getting
4,
jealous.
I'm not touching it. With that said, this gets a 4.6.
I shit you not. I was going to say the exact same thing.
Well, y'all are just on it today.
No, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I got to change it. I'll go
yeah,
a little
you-
lower. No, I'll go a little lower.
I'll go. Oh my.
I'll go 4-4, 4-3.
4-4.
Yeah.
Like I would drink this. I don't want to.
I
drink
would
it.
probably not drink it because I would
Okay.
rather. I would. Okay, so I'm working a powerlifting meet. Whatever. We're running. I'm spotting and loading.
Yeah.
Becky's like, "Hey, energy drinks are back there." If there's a case of those, I'd be like, "I'm gonna go buy something." Like I'd rather
No
get Edie
disrespect.
or me to like leave, and I would rather buy something than drink that.
Like, so I was
That's
at,
crazy. Okay.
you know, I was
Okay.
at Becky's last meet. I started the day with a citrus. So good. Second one of the day.
I still don't think I've ever tried.
Mind you,
citrus.
this is like 5 in the
I
morning.
don't think so.
Second one of the what?
I don't think I've ever tried a citrus.
You want one right now?
I'll take one.
I'll give you a warm one. You
Oh.
want it over ice? It's not. They're not cold.
Yeah, I guess I'll take.
energy drink review. Drew has
Wow.
to try some.
Okay.
Wow,
Because
this is
everyone's been
valid.
going. Go ahead, Lo.
I
Continue
was gonna
about
say. So I was at the
Wow.
meet. Whatever.
You want it over ice or in the
How is the
I'll take
can?
a few sips of it just to
Yeah,
remember.
put it over ice.
You have 8,000 in the pantry.
Yeah.
So-
over ice. Just
Okay, second
How much
one
you try?
was blue
okay.
raz,
If you.
and then there was Alani's at the meet.
Oh.
I'm not drinking an Alani. Nope, I'm not. I'll drink water.
Did you just say Alani?
Yeah,
That's what.
that's terrible.
The only Alani I've ever.
we saw one while you were gone, Witch's Brew. And we
Are you
thought about
serious?
it. It was the last one.
Dude, okay,
didn't
Witch's
buy it
Brew.
for you,
It's
though.
the only Alani thing I've ever had. It's up there.
I tried the cherry Alani, not good.
Cherry. I won't try anything else. That might, to y'all, it might be up there, or like to me compared to y'all, it's up there with like cherry lime.
You know another hot take?
Oh, let me get it.
You know
up.
what Noah said about rock stars? I feel similarly with Bang. If I see someone with a Bang in their hand,
up on bangs.
I did
No.
too, but now
if I see someone with a Bang in their hand, I'm kind of like, oh, you're kind of weird. That's crazy.
Okay. This is big.
So y'all put this up with like it's right under cherry
Over
lime.
a 9.
Yeah, this is like if cherry lime's a 9.5, this is a 9.2. I think I said 9.6 cherry lime. Okay.
And remember, that's warm.
Yeah. That one is really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Try it with ice.
That's big
Yeah,
from Drew.
that's actually really good. It tastes like a split between Sprite and Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Like together.
That's a, I'm not right there. That's valid. This is amazing. I think we're like 30 minutes deep of just
That one's actually really good.
Yeah,
But
right.
I don't know what I've put cherry limeade at. I'm gonna put this over cherry limeade.
That's fair.
I
can respect that.
I'm gonna be honest.
They're the best too,
I think this one's better than cherry limeade.
and that's fair.
I won't be saying that,
They're
but
close.
it's good.
I like cherry limeade, but I could see me
close.
having this almost every day.
Why do you think I have 30 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with citrus. That's where citrus is such a good flavor. Becky agreed on this. It's so. I've said this before. It's so crushable.
Mm-hmm.
For me, cherry limeade. I mean, I'll have a sip.
Oh, I guess I could have offered the cold one.
Okay.
I guess I could have offered the cold one, considering this
Let
one
me get
didn't
another
work out.
sip.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so good. Cherry limeade is.
I'm very
crushable.
happy with that one. But yeah,
If I had to have a
that's
drink
actually good.
every day for the rest of my life, and I could only do one energy drink, cherry limeade would be on that list. Probably like number one. I mean, not cherry limeade, citrus.
I was about to say.
I can't think today.
Citrus, I think I could
It's
drink
because
forever.
Yeah.
I need the new tropics. Citrus, I can drink forever. Cherry limeade, it's so good, but you can't overdo it.
That's very good.
It
Like,
can be
I'm
old.
very happy with that. So good. It's yours.
I know it's mine.
Okay.
I hate to be.
I'll Venmo. I'll buy you another one.
They were half off. It's like
That's
$1.30.
crazy. I would like stuff. I'm bad at sharing certain things. Someone like asked me for
See,
those,
I
I'm like,
enjoy. I enjoy that.
if it's other stuff, but to be fair, his first citrus, I would have shared it.
I like
just took
giving
your
stuff
citrus
away.
virginity.
You
just
did,
popped your
dude. I'm not
citrus
gonna lie.
cherry limeade.
Cherry citrus? Hey,
Isn't
mixing them? We'll be back next episode.
Okay.
600 milligrams.
Also, we need to do the ghost tier list episode
We will.
because that's going to be a crazy.
Aiden just did it on his story.
He
And
didn't do
he
all
did
of
not
them.
have a good
Not
list.
all of them.
Yeah,
I
Aiden-
thought
let
his
me-
first list
sucked.
was terrible.
I'm gonna look
Second
it back
list
up
was a little better.
because after he's put the
He put sour watermelon at like third or fourth.
Yeah.
And that's such a terrible take.
no that one.
No.
I'm trying to find his now because now I'm kind of. Anyways, as I look this up, because
Really?
I was looking for it.
okay, this was Aiden's tier list. I'm gonna start from the bottom up. 8th place, Swedish Fish.
Fair. So valid.
No,
I love Aiden. for that.
incorrect, but that's
Valid.
okay. 7th, Mango.
So valid.
Wait, no,
That
that's
might
not the,
be.
That's not the updated list.
No, it's updated one. 8th, Swedish Fish. 7th, Sour Watermelon. That's crazy.
Valid.
That's crazy.
And then it's-
Red Sour Berry and
That's-
Mango is above all those three.
I think
Orange
I would
cream
switch
4.
Mango. I would switch mango and red.
Yeah. Orange
Orange
cream,
cream
4.
at 4 is fine.
It's not bad. Yeah.
Orange cream's
Citrus 3rd. I can't. That's crazy only because of what's second and first. Second being cherry limeade. First place being blue.
First being blue is insane.
That's crazy. It's good.
That is
What I
like-
just had is
It's so good.
yeah.
Well, Stefan loved it too.
So
Yeah,
far-
like
Everyone
that's-
loves citrus. Like citrus
Yeah.
is
If you
such
guys-
your little. I almost said a very vulgar term. Graham was in my DMs talking all types of stuff about how bad citrus was.
Oh,
And I
he's-
was
Dude,
like,
that-
no.
Is he just trying to gaslight?
no. I was like, does Matthew know how you feel about this? And hold up.
He said he hadn't had it in 2 years. Graham, I hate you.
well, yeah, I do too. Like, Graham really pissed me off.
And he's returning the SBD knee sleeves.
He's returning it?
Bro.
Wait, what size are they?
Small and large.
Small. He bought 2 pairs?
It's a long story.
Crap, I'll buy one.
I know, I'm trying to
If he
get...
has, yeah, tell him like.
I'm trying to
Tell him to
one
come
of the
over here.
larges. Yeah, he
I mean,
doesn't
yeah,
know
for-
what he's talking
Why
about.
tell-
can I not?
Yeah,
Okay, so-
text him and tell him to come over real quick.
Oh, he wasn't even in my normal DMs. Anywho,
I was gonna... Do you have it?
I have it. So he said valid take to where Swedish Fish is better than citrus, and I said you're a child. You when you grow up you'll understand.
I like Swedish
all the
Fish.
stuff.
It's not
and
better
he
than
said cherry
citrus.
limeade, a Swedish Fish, and then citrus. I said that's just not right.
No.
It's just.
No.
And then he said, I feel bad for you. Who hurt you to make you think that? Buddy, you're like 12. When you grow up and your taste buds actually
only-
acclimate to proper flavor, you'll understand.
So, there are 9 ghosts. Blue raz, cherry limeade, citrus, orange cream, Swedish fish, sour green apple, sour watermelon, mango, and red. Those were the 9.
And the Bubblicious and stuff.
No, but those are the like classic. I'm not.
They always have those.
That's what we're going to rank, and that's going
Do you want to just do it now?
No, we need them on a table to drink them.
Oh.
I'll buy.
Oh, we're gonna drink them?
Oh yeah, like little shot glasses of each flavor.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be
Okay, so
crazy.
there's 9.
Yeah.
And there's how many in each? 200 milligrams?
Yeah.
So 9 divided by 3, about 60 each, and times 9, so about 450, 500. That's not bad. That's really not that bad.
That's not that bad.
That's terrible. But
Okay.
anywho.
Okay, so
What we were getting into is, so I kind of brought up the fact of, so I'm competing in 3.5 weeks. Drew just competed. We have a few people that have never competed on the team competing relatively soon. Actually, shout out Sam. He's competing this weekend. He's competed before, but we're excited about that at the Savannah Showdown. So good luck to him. But
Not Savannah Showdown.
what is it?
It's not Savannah Showdown.
Oh, what is it?
It's like Savannah Spring something.
Oh, well, Savannah something. Whatever.
It's not Savannah Showdown.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Regardless of what it is. And we were kind of talking about like how if you don't have like a proper coach, what you call for like warm-ups in the warm-up room when you're going for your squat, bench, deadlift, what like your openers are. We also saw a lot of people bomb out at PA Nationals, and
It was crazy.
that's
Savannah
something you
Summer
never.
Classic.
Okay, Savannah Summer Classic.
Sorry, that's a hot
Regardless.
topic.
But like a lot of people bomb out, and we hate to see people bomb out. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are. I wouldn't wish bombing out on literally my worst enemy. Bombing out I've
It's
never done
horrible.
it, but it would just seems like it'd just be terrible.
That's one of the most sad. I've never bombed out, but
Yeah.
missing 2 lifts and having to scrounge for
Yeah.
a third is the worst thing ever.
Yeah, so we just want to kind of talk about today, like meet prep and how you actually go about game day and kind of see what openers are, how they should be something you've hit multiple times in the gym. It should be easy. Now, it's a little different when like someone that's new and is getting these newbie gains and may not have hit their openers quite a bit. But
No, I disagree.
well, my deadlift opener at States was something I'd only touched like 2 or 3 times because my deadlift got a lot better, a lot
That's a
quicker.
special case, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
but,
think
like, I'm
that's
thinking-
a very special case. I would say to anyone,
You exponentially grew into
Right.
that case.
and like okay,
Yeah, but I'm saying if you do that, then
me as
you need
well. I had hit my deadlift opener 4 times,
to- yeah,
but I think I will go back on what I've done and say an opener should be like what's his name? Derek, Death Grip Derek. He does like meets only 2. He does 2 lifts
he opens at 96%.
and then does like what?
That's
those-
crazy.
102 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Well, that is crazy, right? But I think that's a really good strategy. And I don't do percentages. I do RPE, but I think your opener should be like a 7, maybe, and probably a 7. And I say that because
That's low.
maybe
Opening at
an
7 is
8.
really low.
I'm trying to think what a 7 would
The
be.
way we describe our opener is your last warm up from the warm up room. It's something we
That's
know
what it
you can have on your
should be.
crappiest
Mhm.
days, and it's always going to be there.
So like, and the reason we say this is because like the chance of you should be more comfortable making a bigger jump and knowing that you're not going to bomb a meet. Like I know someone whose coach had them open above something they'd never touched before.
That's crazy.
That's
Now
stupid.
this person has now fired their coach for logical reasons.
I actually don't remember who this is, but
But
okay, we'll talk later. That's disclosed.
yeah, so I think like with that said, going into a meet, and we've talked. That's crazy. We've talked a good bit about meet day planning, and we've talked about like how to have a successful meet. But I think when it comes to that meet week, most places where people are lost is actually like, what are my numbers going to be, and how do I make those jumps? And I think as alongside that, there's kind of a most people who are new to the sport, or maybe 1 or 2 meets in, do not train year round with competition practices. So the way you train is the way you're going to compete. So if you don't pause your bench, you're not ready to pause.
You're in for a rude awakening.
And so Noah will give me crap about it, but he asked me to give him, I am a ref. He asked me to give him pauses, and I gave him very fair pauses, and he was like, those were long.
Watch him
Whatever.
like 7 seconds.
It was like 1 second, but it's because the rule states
a long time.
when the bar
That's a long
ceases
time.
motion. Well, like he has an advantage training in that way, knowing what he's going to get out of me, rather than, touch and go or half a second or what feels like a long time in your head. And so that's a big thing of like when you're choosing an opener, you want to choose something that that I can just have this sit on my chest. 5 seconds. Boom. Maybe 5 seconds is an exaggeration, but I think you want to be able to choose something that is going to be easy no matter what.
Yeah, moves super good. And also, the one that I would recommend opening a lot lower than you anticipate is bench.
Yeah. Always.
Because bench commands are always different. That's one thing I learned at States. We lowered my opener at States, and I wish that we would have lowered it. It was high at 391, and we lowered it to 385.
Your opener?
My opener.
We did not open you three. Oh,
yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh, I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
And it was between 385 and 391. So then I wanted, just because everyone was saying like the commands are long, all this stuff. So we ended up lowering my opener, and I wish that like now I know going into like July, if Becky hasn't already planned this, I'm like I want to open like pretty low on bench, just because I want to get acclimated to those pauses and kind of feel out that weight. So like bench press is one of those where I think your opener needs to be like, if you're doing percentage based, maybe a few percentage points lower than what your squat and deadlift could be. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand on that, because bench press, a lot of people don't train to pause comp standards. They pause it, yes, but if you have a hard ass like national ref, they're gonna pause you for like a second or two. Like at States, it was like good 2 seconds.
I'm gonna.
You have more experience on this.
Well, I mean, I'm just on the quick pausing thing. I mean, so firsthand, nothing we say. We're not your coaches. Don't take what we say as just
lifting advice.
God's
just
word.
Listen to us.
Yeah, just what we've noticed. Just making sure that's understood.
Not the Bible.
Yeah, it's not the Bible. Basically, just the pauses. One, I think national refs are a little bit different and stuff. And I mean, yes, I think a big thing to look out for is bench press. Yeah, look at it. I don't know if I would say necessarily lower it or anything. I think it just, one, depends on the person, kind of sees how it is. But like the pauses, I mean, my thing is, as long as your training's been good and there's at least a halfway decent referee there that's not stupid, those referees want to give you the press command as fast as they can.
Yeah.
The second they see it's motionless, I mean, like the Nationals, I guess that was this past weekend. Feels like 2 weeks ago, but they were giving like really good press commands for the people that deserve the good press commands, because there are those that just drop down and they start bouncing.
Let's take a touch on the wording. Not deserve. It's the people whose bars were motionless. And I want to say that, we're both refs. Once the bar is motionless, you're gonna get the press command.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's on the ref, and that's why at national meets there's a jury. I don't know if you're gonna go to the jury about a press command, but all that to say is, as refs, we don't say I like this lifter, I don't like this lifter. It's are they following the rules? So what Drew's saying is these people at nationals, the ones who had a quick to be motionless bar, instantly got the press command.
Yeah.
If you are swimming down there and your bar is not it's moving, it's going to take longer.
Oh yeah, 100%. So just a quick side bit. I've never been to a USAPL Nationals meet that they've had a jury. Now, that's obviously teen and under, but I noticed PA had it this time, and that was really cool because there were a handful of people that did go to it. They had a little live stream thing there and did overthrow a press command. Because they're like, I was clearly motionless and they held it for too long. And they ended up taking a redo. Just a little sidebar. But
I mean, that's cool. I think that's valid.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the citrus is fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's so
Gonna
good.
be honest.
But yeah, so like kind of what percentages do you open at, or do you recommend ish?
So first off, not
Once
recommend.
Again, don't listen to this, but this is just
I don't
what
recommend
we've
anything.
done, what we've seen, stuff like that.
So I've coached a few people here and there doing meet plans. We've done a handful of meets.
Well, you've handled me quite a bit and wrote
Here,
my whole
let me say this.
Uh-oh.
If you want to listen to us, if I say open at 90% and you go open at 90%, that's great. But we're not liable for if you fail that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get into RPE and emotional based training and feelings in a minute here, but just know that if we say we open at 90 and you're like, I think that's a good idea, I want to open at 90, that's awesome. Open at 90. If you fail,
That's
I'm
on you.
sorry. Like, okay, like I've failed a 90% opener squat before too. These are just like guidelines that we've done that we think are tried and true that we're going to share with you.
Yeah. With the past few years of knowledge, we've all experienced, well, past 3 months of.
Past week, Noah.
Yeah, the past week knows me powerlifting.
Insane.
No, but so when I'm doing like openers and stuff and kind of planning and working on like some people, I normally range, I'll start at around 92.5% per an individual because I like that spot. Now I will put a range from maybe 90% to 92.5% for like the opener being like, all right, because like let's say it's a lightweight female or someone, like, okay, I know if they're only planning on benching 100 pounds, that means they're literally going to be opening up like at 92 or whatever, 93, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start a little bit lower than that and kind of work around it like that. But obviously, it depends on the individual. But someone like me or you, I was having it roughly 92.5. Well, he was one that actually coached as well.
Oh, I thought you said like someone strong like me.
No, I meant like I've actually programmed his on meet day. It's I know like, all right, 92.5%. It's kind of like I work around that spot. I won't really go over that. But then when I want to set a range for seconds, and all of this is determining how it moves, and this is just an outline.
Yeah, this is like determining also how that opener moves. If you have
Yeah.
an opener that like is terrible, don't go to what your projected second attempt was going to be because it may not be there.
Yeah, because I mean, a good coach should be able to look and be like, all right, the bottom of his range was 7.5 keys or something, but he struggled on that. Let's only go 2.5 or 5 and just get what we can today. This is purely just a template I can look off of. But like after that, I'll kind of look in the around 95, 97.5. Like if it's just stupid easy, I'll push that 97.5 maybe, and that's pretty high. Like that's a pretty high, but I'll maybe look at what that is and go with the lower increment.
Yeah.
But that, and then past that, it's just looking at how the second rep moves. Mostly the third one, again, it's a template, but that one's 100% basically how did the second one move.
Or
It's
102.
Or 102%. I mean, it's because I do like a testing cycle beforehand and kind of get I want to approach it close to not 100%, but if I can approach at 97.5 to 98%, I can kind of gauge, all right, they obviously moved this pretty well, but I also can kind of tell they're about 5 keys off from about pushing their limits. If they're just on that day, I'll give them that 102.5% or whatever. But,
or you should open at 102.5%.
Yeah.
No.
Do that. So, well, actually, I've opened at over 100% before. And this is, So, 100%.
You opened with something you'd never hit before.
I've opened with some meat numbers that I've never hit before. And this is an important distinction.
Meat numbers are different.
yeah.
Then.
This is an important distinction because, no, it is. 100%, right? So if my 100% in a meet is 523, well, I've hit 540 before, and I'm probably going to open higher than that at my next meet. So a lot of times during training cycles, you're saying you don't want to bring someone to 100%. 100% is often going to be their last max or their current max. Well, that current max is going to be hit in that cycle. So for a lot of advanced lifters, you are very much often around that 100% kind of year round. If you put 5-10 pounds on a lift as an advanced lifter years into the sport, your 100% isn't going to be changing a lot. But just like Noah said, where he opened at something he'd hardly hit before, or in my case, one meet from the next meet opening at higher numbers, as a newer lifter, you're going to constantly be hitting PRs, and so those numbers are going to be increasing throughout prep, throughout things.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I understand what you meant. Is what you're saying is what their actual max is? I'm talking about their theoreticals.
Right.
Okay.
But I want people to understand and know that your theoretical, your actual max, those things are constantly changing.
Yeah, okay.
My theoretical max is about 800 pounds.
I mean, theoretically, I
But
could squat 1,000.
well, and that's why.
Hey, Zeus.
Fuck you.
Dang. dude. That's crazy. He's got 24 hours.
He's in Malta. He's in Malta right now.
Just kidding.
I don't think he's there yet.
Oh.
But well, that's personally for me, and I want to dabble into this. Why I like RPE training so much over percentage based training. I think there's a time and place. What was that?
I was trying to get my Face ID to.
Bro's up.
Bro just is like trying to
Raised
get
up
the
his
data.
phone.
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, I like RPE a lot. I think you have to really know yourself, but I think there's a time and place for both ways of training. I think in a prep, percentage base is very valuable and useful. I think off season, you should be pretty much RPE based, except for a few times, because I think you're constantly growing and changing in the off season.
I love overshooting.
That's my bro.
But then I
Like
was,
he gives me an 8.5. I'm like, that's pretty much a PR.
I know that all.
I mean, as long as it moves like an 8.5, that's
Exactly.
all that matters.
But I think
My
one
body's in shambles for the next week.
I,
It was an 8.5.
I swear.
Continue.
that's okay.
Okay,
Well, then I'll keep
well,
talking.
I'm kidding. See, now I have to like.
get your crap together.
No,
It's
but
okay.
I think what's important to note, and especially as like you're new to the sport and something like that, is there's a lot of times that you will have a percentage programmed, right? So let's say like Becky wanted me to hit 500 for 5 sets of 3 on deadlift, but I've had a crazy couple weeks before that day. I've been training really hard. It might not be there. Like I have to know myself. I have to know in training that I don't have that today. Now, is it wrong of me to be like communicate with my coach and say I don't think that's there? No, because I'm still putting work in at a lighter weight. But if that day 484 is feeling like an 8, it feels like an 8. And I think as you get kind of more advanced and you get more intuition
Skill issue.
intuition with it,
Sounds like a mental game.
I think that gives you room to understand what each day brings and how things are going to feel, but that is not an excuse to sandbag your workouts. I love RPE.
Pardon me.
Personally.
Yeah, and I mean also like I've learned a lot more about RP within the past few months, and for me, I always kind of undershot for a long time, especially on squats, because I know we've talked about this before. Squats always feel heavy. Every pound of that weight is on your back, so it always feels heavy. So for me, I was like, I was nervous like squatting 500 for 3,
Yeah.
when in reality, like I've done way more than that. I
550
would
for
do
4.
more than that. Like it's like a whole mental thing of I thought that was like, oh, that felt like an 8, when in reality I just didn't know what an 8 or an 8.5 actually felt like. So yeah, that's kind of where I was with squats. That's probably the hardest one that I've seen to like actually determine an RPE, just because when you unrack it, I was even talking to Big Kyle about this, and he was like, because me and him are not squatting similar, but I'm hitting numbers around where he's hitting right now. And he had a 590 single, I think 2 days ago. And he was like, dude, this feels so heavy. But like it went up so fine. You know, but it felt super heavy. So yeah, that's just on the squats are probably the hardest. But
Yeah, I got what you're saying. Me personally, as y'all know, I'm not a big RPE guy. I'm not big on it. I do think it's fantastic, though. I do think it's really good, and it is something that can be good in the right aspects. So I did RPE the entire time before I was with James. So, I mean, a handful of years, and oh, excuse me. I mean, yeah, obviously I think there's a good place for it here and there, but I mean, realistically, I think, and it depends what you do. Like, if I were to give someone like, let's say SSB squats or something kind of random that we haven't done in a while or different, I'd probably do RPE base because it's brand new and something kind of want to incorporate, find a baseline of where they're at on it. But I mean, if I'm doing just the basic squat, bench, deadlift, or variations of it, I think percentage based is huge on it. And I think it's, especially if I'm in a cycle, like we're in a prep cycle of like 12 weeks, I think it's better to me because, I mean, you're acclimating your body for precision, basically. Like we have kind of roughly 4-week blocks where it's all right, this is what we're doing. Then we have a deload, and it's precision throughout the entire time of every single day. It's acclimating you for the end of the block. And right now we have James and Emma. They're in their singles block. Next week they're actually testing for the meet in Orlando. James just did his 95% singles on squat, bench, and deadlift.
And his squat was like
His squat was easy. I think it was
RPE 6. Dude.
Yeah.
Like it was a 20-pound PR, and it looked like nothing.
Yeah, like I'm getting excited for him. His bench press looked really easy yesterday, a 13-pound PR, and just boom. Could have paused a little longer, James, but that's next week. I'll get you next week on that. Well, I mean, I think it's harder to coach if you don't know at least the baseline of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just walk in saying, "Oh, I want to do this," you can't just pull random numbers out. So I do think you have to grow a little bit of knowledge, and that's what I've been trying to get better at. Doing this about 10 months now on my own, and I mean, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better and trying to learn more and more on it. But I think it's still gotten better as we've gone, and the caffeine's starting to sit, and I'm about to burp, but it's not there yet. Citrus. But, yeah, I mean, I think the precision of it makes it better because RPE base, obviously, I think it has its place, but not in as much in a prep cycle, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I'll give people ranges. Like, James had about a 15-pound range yesterday on his deadlifts. Because, I mean,
In a way, that's RPE.
Yeah, like, I mean, it is.
I think the main distinction is when it comes to, are you giving the lifter something that the lifter needs? The coach should know the range of what they should hit, right? So an 8 to an 8.5. So like I have an 8.5 squat single on Saturday, and Becky and I were like, yeah, woo, what do we think I'm gonna hit? And yeah, there was a range. So it's that same idea. But to me, where it becomes, I guess, of note or important is, are you programming the lifter something they can't hit? And then what if the variables in that lifter's life are changing to where it's going to be hard to hit even the bottom part of that range?
So my thing, when I say range, I don't mean it's they pick a number. They're expected to reach the top end. When I say range, they can start at, because, I mean, I'll pull it up. Like he had like 2 to 3 sets on his deadlift. And he was like, there's a bottom range to start at because I don't want him to jump right to a top set.
No, if you warm up, you're stupid. Warming up is awful. You should go straight to your top set.
Okay.
I thought you were
again. I was like, but like Wednesday, I say, all right. We had our last warm up. It was like 295. Do it for 1 to 2 sets for a single. See how it feels. If it's not great, redo it. But then it's 305 to 315 as an AR. All right, you start at 305, moves good and feels good. Then we jump up accordingly. You are expected to reach that 315. Of course,
What happens if he doesn't?
Then he's in trouble.
Angry.
Yeah, because
He gets angry.
Because
I used to just piss Drew off just out of spite. Just love it.
Yeah, jumping off program and doing what
benching 400 for the first time.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Anyways,
I think that's valid. I think if you have a day where it is there.
No, I don't think you should go off program.
Wow, I disagree.
Nope.
I think if you have a day where
I'm paying a coach.
Shout out Becky.
both of you guys have done this. You did this with your 600.
Yeah, and I learned from it, and it was stupid. Like I shouldn't have done
That
it.
is the first time I've done it in like 3 years.
400-pound bench. Like that was like the only
I
time
don't-
I really went like off program.
To be fair, I don't ever do this, but I'm
Yeah, he
saying
does.
if there is no, I do not.
Yeah, he does.
If there's anyone who sticks on program the most, it's probably me.
No.
No.
But if there is a day where, let's say I got deadlift doubles and I'm approaching something I've never hit before and it is feeling perfect, I'm going to go hit something.
Then there's the RPE thing.
Yeah.
I'd say if you're RPE, it doesn't matter.
Well,
as
this
long as
isn't
it's
doubles.
good.
If I have doubles, boom, it's feeling great. I'm greasing the groove. 600 is there. I'm going to go pull 6. Because what I think that will do for your mental is so much. That's my personal opinion.
So going off program completely, not for doubles, but to go for a single.
That's literally what you did pulling 6.
Yeah, it is, and it was stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
I would argue that you felt so much better pulling 6 for that first time.
Well, yeah,
felt
now I can
very
say I've
accomplished.
deadlifted 600.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have done it though, because then I messed up my cycle, and I was in the middle.
Because he's not on our cycle.
Yeah, I'm on a better cycle trend. I go straight to the big stuff, but I mean,
I know.
I don't even know
big
how.
stuff.
I don't even know how we went to. Where were we a second ago?
I think you're just telling me how good my methods are.
No, that's
Thank
not
you,
at all
Mark.
what I was talking about. Yeah, I give a range, and you're expected to reach top range unless something stupid is going on. That's my thing. I don't plan it as an RPE thing. I plan it as a.
For Corinne and Anna, I do the main compounds are numbers based, and then the accessories as well as like SSB squats, stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
all RPE.
Yeah.
I think for a
Because
new
like I
lifter,
don't
that's the
want,
best
yeah,
way.
like I don't want them to like be like, oh, an RPE 8 single, let's do like nothing, and it feels like an RPE 8, but like it's
Yeah.
not. It feels to them like it is, but they just don't actually know what an RPE 8 feels like.
I mean, I'm sorry.
So then the progression rate is just like non-existent. Like with percentage-based
Yeah.
stuff, I know that an RPE 8 should be at this number for you. Like it should be fine, no problem. And then like there's like a 10, 15 pound range there. But that's just what I do. And like I'm not gonna numbers-based SSB stuff sounds terrible. Like I'm not gonna do that.
It's hard to be precise on those.
And stuff like that. So I give, and then like I do the RPE, but also I'm like try and hit this. Like try and do 145 or 165 or whatever it is.
Oh, excuse me.
So that's what I try and do. This episode I feel like it's been all over the place.
No, we just spent an hour on energy drinks. That's what it was. I mean,
everyone has their own ways.
Yeah.
Very rarely is there going to be a way that just like is just terrible. Like there's good percentage-based programs. There's really good RPE programs. There's really good mixes of both. Like you're never going to find the perfect one for you, or you will, and it may be different for everyone.
Which program works for you? There's 100 ways to skin a cat.
I only use one.
Graham is doing a bunch of conjugate stuff, and does he like it or not? I don't know. I don't think he does, but he's getting stronger and it's working. I do think it's important to do something you like because I think that's where longevity comes from. But if getting your numbers chosen, if doing all of that, if you need a number to hit for that day because you're going to sandbag, that's the perfect program for you. If you know that you know your body and you know how you feel, that's the perfect program.
Or you
for
like
you.
PRing every week, just go RPE. I can just say it's an RPE 8. It's a PR. Doesn't matter.
That is why I don't like RPE.
I see an 8.5
overshoots
single.
and undershoots.
I see
all
an
the
8.5
time.
single. Okay,
I
I'm
think
PRing.
PR.
I think 9 to 9.5 is a PR. Now I've PR'd a bunch of 8.5s recently. But that's because I've been training and putting in volume and getting stronger. But I think yes, an RPE 7 single should not be a PR. 9 times out of 10.
Just kidding.
As long as it moves like it.
Or I just say it is.
Yeah, that's fair. It felt fantastic.
Video didn't work.
Yeah, or it felt
Sorry,
fantastic.
My 640 squat didn't come across as RPE 7. My bad. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Overshoots and undershoots.
yeah, that's probably the main risk you go with doing percentage based or RPE based stuff. But yeah, both are good. Both have their pros and cons. I think one thing I was talking to Tommy about this, and he said I was on numbers programs and then I switched to RPE, and he says I feel like I could push a lot harder, and some weeks aren't wasted because some people progress really fast, and with numbers based, it's like that week wasn't even worth doing because it was so easy when it was supposed to be, second or third week of a block of a 4-week cycle, and it was like I'm getting stronger, so like that wasn't even like worth it. Like I could have done.
That's where I think the good coach comes in, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like if you're someone that you have a program and you don't have access to talk to your coach all the time, and you have something that's like let's say you're squatting 400 pounds and it's your third block or the week of the block or whatever, then it's like, and it moved like an RP 6 where your coach was like, oh, it's 400 pounds, it should be an 8. Then that's kind of wasted. Like that doesn't you know what I'm saying? You could have done 420, and then your next week when you have like an 8.5 or whatever, could have been 450, and it's like that's where I think being more experienced and depending on how strong you're getting, as fast, how much stronger you're getting in a time period. I think that's how RP can be beneficial, is so it feels like you're not wasting weeks sometimes.
And there's good days and bad days too.
Yeah.
I think to me that's why I like RPE so much, is because and this is just my personal experience, I feel pressure to hit a number if it's prescribed to me.
Ooh, see, I like
That
that.
so I don't like pressure. But in the same vein, if I have an RPE 8.5 single, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Things are going good. I think I'm gonna hit this number, and I blow it out of the water. I go up. That's just how I like to train. Pressure is a privilege, but
I'm the complete opposite. This is why I love my coach so much. And I was talking to Noah about this the other day, how it's like coaching that's changed like mentality wise. And like James, anybody that knows him, he's as strict as it gets, and it's a definite, precise everything. And he says whenever you walk through that door, the gym door, anything that happened to you, all the badness in the world, it's out there. Nothing walks in here because guess what? We're in here and we're in here to train. That's what it is. And he does the same thing that I've been saying, like percentage based. We have these numbers that we are going to hit today. And obviously if something's wrong, different. He changes it around. It's not moving the way it should be. Move it around. But you walk in, you attack it no matter what it is, and you go through it. And that's why I like it. Okay, I know I have to squat 500 today for a double. There's no excuse for me not to. The strength is there. The programming is led up to this. And I trust my coach every ounce of my body. If he says it's there today and we know it is, like the strength wise it's supposed to, cool. It's cool. That means I know it's there, and that's what it is. So that's my thing on it. Mine's different than yours. Everybody's a little bit different. But I like that absolute.
Did you finish the citrus?
No, not yet. I'm going back and forth. I want this one to get over with.
I just wouldn't drink that if I had a citrus in front of me.
Okay, well, I'm saving the best for last.
No, it's the best for the last.
That's what I'm getting in tonight.
I'm good with calling it there.
Yeah. Wait, hold up.
That was a good.
Hold up. I was just calling it there.
Yeah, thank y'all for watching. We have episodes dropping Wednesday as well as Saturday on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. That's all right.
Apple.
Sorry, my bad.
Nobody listens on Apple.
And Apple. So we appreciate everyone listening.
Just your
Give us some comments,
okay,
likes, reviews on stuff that we can talk about. Different topics. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We never get questions, so if you ask a question, it will get answered on the podcast. If you have any drink recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comments. We appreciate all of y'all. We love y'all.
The past few ones haven't been good, so we're hoping for some better ones.
We're in dire need of some good energy drinks. So we love every single one of y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we will see you in the next one. See ya.